Here at Wally Life, we are all about sustainability. And when we heard about a shop in Holly that focuses on everything sustainable, we had to check it out. Flipped Furniture and Home is owned and operated by Andrea Rose and features sustainable products and home decor. She reimagines furniture that people were considering throwing out into beautiful pieces that add to the decor of any home.
Talk to me about this amazing space, because I walked in and was kind of blown away. Like, wow.
Oh, that's so
really,
nice.
really cool home, kind of unique.
Originally, the idea was to be able to offer painted furniture and refinished, reimagined furniture that I just love to do. And that has kind of morphed into this complete home store. So we mainly focus on small makers. We try to highlight female makers that from all over the country. So we try to keep it in the United States. There's some really beautiful things from Europe, from India as well, but primarily small female makers. So you are going to find the most unique things here, definitely.
So looking around, I'm seeing so many amazing pieces, but I'm also seeing some like really well crafted, like reimagined furniture. I love that word, reimagined.
I think that's exactly what it is, because a lot of time, initially I didn't anticipate how much people would want me to do this for them. So I started and I was just presenting these pieces, and then everyone was coming in saying, you know, I have this buffet just like this that my grandmother left me, but it's in my basement because it doesn't fit in with the rest of my home. Can you make it look like this? And I would say, yeah, absolutely, I can do whatever you want. So that part of the business grew immediately. And so we're able to give a modern feel to pieces that otherwise would go unused. And that's what I think is the best part about this, because you have the sentimentality of being able to say that's grandma's buffet, but it fits in your home now. Typically pieces come to me in disrepair, whether they've been neglected just from not being used or from where they've been placed. So we do fix everything before we reimagine it. We are doing all that work behind the scenes, the things that you don't necessarily see when you see the piece. It's tightened up, it's beautiful, and it's refreshed.
Details matter. I love that slogan.
Thank you.
Because it's true. Like the fine details in crafting a home. I said crafting, but it's not crafting. It is her word of reimagining and taking something that might not necessarily be old, but it still needs a little bit of uplift, and that I love. Like,
absolutely.
We can all use a little reimagining.
That is very true.
The custom work, the custom happiness that you bring to people.
Aww.
I mean, I think that's pretty cool. You're taking something that was totally sentimental, and then turning it and that they may not have ever been able to use,
right,
and modernizing it. I mean, y'all, you never know. You open a hutch and you might end up in Narnia. So,
well, I will tell you, very often people's childhood memories are tied to certain pieces of furniture that their relatives had, their grandmother had. When it becomes theirs, they really, really are so excited about making it a part of their own home. The look on people's faces when they see the pieces for the first time is really exciting.
That is cool.
That's probably the most rewarding part of this for me.
Not only does Flipped Furniture and Home reimagine individual pieces of furniture, but they can do an entire bathroom, kitchen, or any room in your home. Typically, the cost to redo the kitchen or bathroom is about 10% of the cost to replace all of the cabinets.
So the bulk of the work is probably furniture, but we also have something that's right alongside it. We do a kitchen every single week where we paint kitchen cabinets. Most kitchens are done in 5 days, so we work exclusively on that when we're doing them. It's really nice to be able to brighten up, lighten up the heart of the home for people. For kitchens, prep is everything, and that's where I think people may have a prior idea of painting kitchen cabinets and it didn't last or whatever, but in this case it will absolutely last. This will be the last time you have to do it. So I always tell people, choose your color carefully. You're going to have it for a long time. The reaction and the joy that it brings to people without having to gut their entire kitchen is really an amazing thing to be a part of, and I really love that aspect of it. The before and after is my favorite thing. I love to post those for people just to see what's possible. So to be able to incorporate that into the business and have that be a part of it and a part of our success has been really exciting.
The store itself is stocked with reimagined furniture, sustainable products, and items from renewable resources. All of the items come from small, women-owned or run companies or makers from all over the United States. A large portion of the inventory is created right here in the Pocono Mountains.
I think the entire concept of the store is sustainable. The idea that we're not putting all this furniture into a landfill. It's really anything home related. So you will see we have an entire area for sustainable cleaning products. The philosophy of this company is that everything should be reusable and or compostable and should not contribute to any toxicity in your home. So every single thing is a replacement for something that comes in a big plastic jug. And they've really just elevated everything. But the best part about this is that it really works. We have an entire section of the shop that's dedicated to charcuterie and all things charcuterie.
For those of you who don't know how to charcute, that's a new word. Yes, I said that. We have a cheat sheet here. So it's basically taking everything, laying it out, and then you get this picture at the end to show you exactly what your charcuterie board will end up looking like. This is pretty cool.
It's kind of exploding into this huge thing, and antipasto, nosh, or whatever you want to call it, but we have everything you need for that, and I think it's becoming a more casual way of entertaining, and people are really finding everything that they need here for that.
Cheese board, y'all.
Cheese board. And once again, I did not anticipate how huge it would be, but people are really loving it. You know, a lot of the charcuterie comes from small makers who are carving these boards and doing some really beautiful things. One local maker is actually 21 years old, and she is absolutely amazing. She started a business with her mother called Slate Plate. They've been on GMA twice, highlighting a young entrepreneur. These slates are amazing because they can be heated, they can be cooled, it can be used as a warming tray or to keep your cheeses cold and different things like that. But also they go in the dishwasher, they can be written on with a soapstone that accompanies it. But I think it's just the idea for me of supporting a young entrepreneur. I also have a lot of decor from local people. Yeah, those are a local maker. Those signs are a local maker. Yeah, there's a lot of local things in here. So if you don't know about these, each one of these is said to replace 17 rolls of paper towels. And they're cute. So they last forever. You can clean them by just throwing them in the dishwasher. And they come back to life immediately.
If you would like to check out Flipped Furniture at Home for yourself and pick up some sustainable products that you can feel good about buying, or discuss ideas to reimagine a piece of furniture or a room in your home, then stop by and see Andrea.
We're at 216 Wellwood Avenue in Hawley, which is right on Route 6 between Gorgeous Floral and the Silk Mill. It's 570-390-7899. Online, flippedfurniture.com, and Facebook and Instagram at Flipped Furniture and Home.
Hi, I'm Lorraine Collins, President of Davis R. Chant Realtors.
And I'm Abby Pittenger-Claus, Vice President of Davis R. Chant Realtors.
Chant has been serving the Lake Wallenpaupack region for over 58 years, and we are proud to say we sell more homes by volume than any other real estate company in Northeast Pennsylvania. We are coming off our strongest year in the Lake region real estate market, selling over $430 million in sales volume.
We work with sellers to put together a thoughtful but aggressive marketing plan tailored to each home individually. Each of our property listings gets a virtual tour and is professionally photographed, giving the prospective buyer the best first impression. The Lake Wallenpaupack area is an attractive place to live because of its low taxes, great school districts, and beautiful scenery. Our team of agents here at Davis Archant Realtors has extensive knowledge in the local real estate market. We have experience with everyone from first-time home buyers to experienced investors. Chant uses a variety of print media, billboards, open houses, and national real estate websites to promote properties and reach potential buyers.
Here at Chant, we know that working together and providing channels of communication and feedback is important for the best outcome when selling your home. If you are ready to relocate, upgrade, downsize, or know anyone who's considering the Lake Region area, please stop by one of our Chant offices or call us at 570-226-4518 or visit us online at chantre.com.
Details matter, especially in your home. Do you love the bones or sentimental story behind an old piece of furniture, but can't see how it could possibly fit into your modern home? At Flipped, their mission is to reuse, reimagine, and create something beautiful and functional. Custom furniture design and refinishing, kitchen and bath cabinet painting, and a retail store featuring vintage decor, floral, gifts, hand-poured candles, and gourmet provisions. Flipped Furniture and Home wants to be part of your home because details matter.
Ritter's Farm Market at Lake Ariel presents its first ever Fall Festival. Get lost in the 8-acre corn maze with hidden treasures. Bring the family this fall season. Stroll through the pumpkin patch, get your face painted, and lots more. Then head into the store to pick your apple cider and other fall favorites. Open daily from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Closed on Sundays, September 22nd to October 28th. Ritter's Farm Market, 991 Hamlin Highway, Lake Ariel on Route 590.
Just across the Delaware River stands a mysterious stone bridge that some say is haunted by the ghost of George Markert, a farmer, husband, and father who was murdered as he crossed the Stone Arch Bridge on a frigid night in January of 1892. George Markert was born in Germany and came to America shortly after the Civil War. He worked in a tannery in what was known then as Pike Pond. He was married to Carolyn Hyde, who had also moved to the area from Germany, and through hard work and frugal living, eventually saved enough money to purchase a farm. Carolyn's brother, Adam, and his family farmed the land nearby. Neighbors later recall that both Adam Hyde and his wife were uneducated and highly superstitious. Their 5 children shared these traits, and the family was generally looked down upon by those living in the community, including the Markerts. When Carolyn Markert died and George remarried, he and his brother-in-law drifted apart. No longer having much in common, they rarely socialized or even spoke. At some point, Adam Hyde's life began a downward spiral. His crops failed and his health began to deteriorate. He became convinced that George Markert was a hexenmeister, or sorcerer, who possessed supernatural powers and had placed a curse upon him and his family, causing him the misfortunes that seemed to be plaguing his life. Furthermore, Hyde believed that Markert had placed this hex upon him by patting him on the back 3 times, and that Markert could reactivate the curse by performing any ordinary act, like stroking his beard, tugging on his ear, or spitting on the ground 3 times. Hyde confronted Markert about the hex, but his contention was met with laughter and derision. Finally, when his cows began to produce bloody milk, Adam Hyde could take it no longer. On a cold Tuesday night in January of 1892, he followed George Markert to the tavern at the local hotel, where Markert often went for a nightcap. Witnesses would later recall seeing the 2 men leave the hotel together. It was the last time George Markert would be seen alive. As the men crossed the Stone Arch Bridge over the Callicoon Creek, folklore holds that witches and warlocks are powerless over running water. A third man, later determined to be Adam Hite's eldest son, Joseph, then 22, sprung from the shadows. Markert was stabbed, shot 5 times in the head with a .38 caliber revolver, and clubbed repeatedly with a heavy table leg before his body was thrown over the side of the bridge into the creek below. The Hites believed that since the hex was activated by an action repeated 3 times, the murder had to be committed 3 different ways to lift it. When Mr. Markert's mutilated and barely recognizable body was discovered in the creek about a quarter of a mile below the bridge a few days later, the community's worst fears were realized. He had undoubtedly been murdered. During his examination of the body, the coroner found a packet of letters written by Adam Hite to George Markert. The letters provided authorities with the details of the hex as Hyde perceived it, and contained threats of violence if the curse wasn't lifted. Adam Hite and 2 of his sons, Joseph and 20-year-old John, were arrested almost immediately. John Hite was able to produce an alibi and was released. The other 2 were charged with the murder and sent to the county jail. A search of Hyde's farm uncovered a revolver of the same caliber as used in the murder, as well as the blood-stained clothing belonging to the 2 men. The father and son were charged with second-degree murder. Neither participated in his own defense, though Joseph Hyde claimed that he had acted only in self-defense. He was nonetheless found guilty and sentenced to life in prison. The judge declared Adam Hite insane and sent him to the state hospital for the criminally insane, where he died of chronic melancholia in 1897. Shortly after the murder, people began reporting eerie sightings of Markert's ghost on the Stone Arch Bridge, usually on a cold winter night. Those sightings have continued to this day, prompting much speculation. Had George Markert indeed dabbled in black magic and is now getting his last laugh? The only way to know for sure is to visit the bridge on a cold winter night and ask George yourself.
Hey, it's DJ here with Wally Life, and we're hanging out at Ritter's Farm Market Fall Festival. They've got the corn maze, pony rides, pumpkin painting, face painting, and much more. Did you go in the corn maze? Did you find a treasure?
Oh yes, best believe.
What'd you find?
2 free donuts and a pumpkin.
And a pumpkin.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. So, what does this mean for you guys to come out for like family fun? You're like, it's fall, it's a little chilly, but you guys obviously like to get out and about. So, what does it mean for you?
I love it. It's a great way to bond with my family, and it's so different here than Ocean City.
Very cool.
Yeah. It's a great chance for all of us to get together when we don't get to see each other that often.
And the area's pretty cool, It's got a lake, not, no Target, stuff like that, but, plenty of stuff around, these farmer market stuff.
The area is super family oriented, and this place especially has great deals for families. This is just a great opportunity to get to do many things with your family if you don't get to come up here often. And then the area, it's just very nice, cozy feeling to be with your family.
Not only is Ritter's Farm Fall Festival fun for all, but it offers families a chance to work together, like the ladies from Hickory Mountain Farms.
We come from Hickory Mountain Farm over in Clifford. It's kind of an all-day process.
Yep.
Everything from getting up in the morning to feeding and taking care of and mucking and haying, and then of course getting them here, so trailering them, and then getting them ready once we're here, and then keeping them able and fit to continue to let all the children play and ride on them.
The market is filled with loads of fresh produce. And as you can see, many patrons leave with their arms filled as well.
I started planning, a couple months ago. I was like, this is something we want to do. So We had to get the corn maze in works, get the corn planted, all that good stuff. So yeah, a couple months ago, kind of started getting it together.
So the maze is done, and then you coordinated to getting people to come in to do other vendors, like.
Right.
So who's your kettle corn person?
Well, that's actually my wife. So that's my wife down there,
Cool.
and she owns the kettle corn. So that was easy. It's like, hey, babe, come on up here, And then the face painter, we reached out to her and found her through social media, I think. So
Why do this?
why do this? I guess just to bring the community together and have the kids have some fun, and all that stuff. So yeah.
Ritter's Farm Market Fall Festival. Family fun for everyone. We'll see you there.
The Sterling Business and Technology Park is currently divided into 23 lots ranging in size from 3 to 30 acres. Each lot in the park is KOZ certified for companies that qualify. The Sterling Business and Technology Park is perfectly located just off Exit 17 on Interstate 84 in northeastern Pennsylvania, just under 2 hours from New York City. If you would like to explore locating your business at Sterling Business and Technology Park, visit sterlingbusinesspark.com.
For the largest selection of first-quality remnant carpeting for every room in your home, choose Mike's Walk-In Carpet, the only remnant stocking dealer in Wayne County with high-quality carpet purchased directly from the manufacturer. With over 40 years' experience, you'll get professional service every time. Don't settle for lesser quality carpeting from the big box stores. Choose the best, remnants or special order, from Mike's Walk-In Carpet on Route 590, Hawley. Find out what all the buzz is about. Voted one of the best small towns in the U.S., Honesdale, Pennsylvania is an historically significant town with a vibrant and charming downtown. Spend the day strolling down Main Street and explore our many shops, restaurants, cafes, art galleries, markets, and more. In the evening, enjoy our many dining options, from farm to table to casual eateries to bars and breweries. Honesdale is also widely renowned for its charm. Steeped in history, Honesdale is known as the birthplace of the American Railroad and is still home to an extensive rail schedule on the Stourbridge Line Rail. And for the adventurous, outdoors recreation flourishes all year long. Hike up Irving Cliff, enjoy the Lackawaxen River that runs through town, or simply spend time at our beautiful parks. There's always something going on in Honesdale. For more information about Honesdale's events, check out visithonesdalepa.com. There's so much to do and see in charming Honesdale, PA.
Peace, Love, and Pumpkins at Bethel Woods lights up the night sky with displays of every kind. And Friday Night Lights is the scariest night to attend the event, with live actors portraying ghouls, zombies, vampires, and many other creatures of the night. The first half of the trail features more macabre displays with skeletons, scary pumpkins, graveyards, ghosts, hordes of walking dead, spooky sound effects, fog billowing across the landscape, and spirits that come out of the shadows in all directions. Wandering slowly through this world of horror provides the best experience and gives your senses time to absorb each spooky scene you enter. The artistry, lights, actors, and special effects transport the traveler into the alternate reality and truly trick the eye. At the halfway point of the trail, there's an oasis of music, food, drink, and fire pits offering an escape from the dimension of terror. The warmth of the fire, hot food, cold drinks, and great music provide a relaxing atmosphere to rest, recharge, and prepare for the rest of the trail. The last half of the trail is less spooky than the first half and is filled with displays reminiscent of the Woodstock era, with peace signs, a VW bug, and colorful light displays. Characters such as sharks, turtles, mermaids, and sailing ships line the grounds, evoking a sense of fantasy instead of darkness. Partway through the experience is the Pumpkin Patch, featuring an artist carving jack-o'-lanterns who answers any questions about technique and demonstrates how to create different effects when carving a pumpkin. There's also a display of jack-o'-lanterns to enjoy. Leaving the Pumpkin Patch and heading down the path, the dark shadow of the Bethel Center for the Arts looms ahead, and you sense that the journey is about to end. The Center for the Arts is open for the event and offers the chance to buy souvenirs or tour the Woodstock Museum, revisiting the era when peace, love, and music dominated the world. Although most of the crowd may be too young to remember the significance of Woodstock, the message is one of peace, love, acceptance, and being part of something much bigger. If you missed Peace, Love, and Pumpkins, there's always next year. This event happens annually during the last half of October. The holidays are just around the corner, and for many, this is a time of joy, family traditions, and celebration. But for some, it can be a very difficult time of the year, for any number of reasons. This year, make a difference in the life of a young child by donating a toy, contributing, volunteering your time, or hosting a drop-off site for this year's holiday toy drive for Pike and Wayne County. Monetary donations are especially important to purchase toys for kids in age ranges where there may not be enough donated toys. The Wayne County Ford and Bold Gold Media Holiday Toy Drive Challenge has partnered with the Zipper Junction Project to make this year's toy drive a huge success. In addition to toys, volunteers are needed to help collect and distribute gifts. You can host a holiday toy drive event or party to help collect toys, or host a drop box at your business where the community can drop off toys and donations. If you would like to receive toys for a child, please fill out an online application before October 31st. To register, visit zipperjunction.org/holiday toy drive or call 570-390-7066. All toys should be new unwrapped gifts for children up to age 18. By supporting the Holiday Toy Drive, you can make a difference for children in Wayne and Pike counties and make sure their holidays are filled with happy memories. You can also drop off toys at Wayne County Ford on 191 Texas Palmyra Highway in Honesdale. Be sure to look for the official Holiday Toy Drive logo on drop boxes at participating locations. For details and up-to-date information, visit zipperjunction.org or call 570-390-7066. Tune in to Wally Life every Monday at 9 p.m. on Blue Ridge Communications Channel 13 for the latest in life around Lake Wallenpaupack.